Hello and welcome back to the course on Tableau. Today we're going to start slowly moving into the second part of the challenge, which is to understand out of those 10 new cities into which the company should start investing heavily in terms of marketing, where the return on that investment will be the highest. And secondly, we're going to talk about highlighting. So the highlighting feature in Tableau, which will help us slowly transition into this part of the challenge, is going to be quite an interesting tutorial. So let's get straight into it. All right, so I'm going to create a new worksheet, and here I'm going to create yet another map. And right off the bat, here's a quick quiz for you. What happens if I just drag city into the map? Do I have all 150 cities here? Is this the correct way to visualize the cities of this company, where the company operates? Just pause this video, have a think about it for a second. If you're following along, then look around and look for hints. And in 3, 2, 1, now we're going to have a look at the answer. The answer is no, because over here at the bottom you can see 36 unknown values. If we click here, you'll see that they are ambiguous allocations. For example, Augusta, Aurora, and so on, because there are actually a few of these cities in the US. So all of these cities are ambiguous and Tableau doesn't know which one to pick out of all of them. So there we go. That is not the proper approach to visualize these cities. The proper approach is to, let's take this out and we'll drag state into here, or we'll drag state into the map. And now if we click the plus, now we expand. So we have both state and city in the geographies. And now you can see that there is no unknowns, or there are no unknowns. That is because now Tableau knows exactly which city to pick in case if there's in the US a city with the same name in several locations, it'll just look at the state and then it'll pick the city in that state. So that was a quick fun quiz. And now what we're going to do is we're going to adjust this map a little bit. So we're going to add revenue as the size. Then we're going to add revenue as the color as well. And as you can see already, we are seeing some of these cities pop up. So what else we can do to make this more aesthetic? Transparency, maybe set it at 80 something percent, just a little bit of transparency, give it a border. So now we can already see where the city is located. So smaller cities have brought less revenue, larger cities bring more revenue. And the question is, where are our 10 new cities? How do I identify them here? Well, the quickest way is to take our parameter, which is new expansion, and just drag it onto color. So that way we can see right away where the 10 new cities are located. So there's Rockford, there's Patterson, Joliet, Chattanooga. I didn't even know these cities were in the US, College Station. So there we go. So if you're from one of these cities, then a big, huge shout out to you. You're part of our visualization. All right, but the thing here is that now we've lost that wonderful information where the color was also linked to revenue. So this is indeed one of the ways to visualize these cities, and then you can click here to highlight them like that, as we've already discussed. But now how do we do the same, but at the same time don't use this color as the way we're identifying these cities? Is there a different way to do it? And there is a way. It's called the highlighting feature. So let's Ctrl Z that and return back to the previous version. Now what we can do is we can take the new expansion parameter and put it into detail instead of color. And now it's in detail and it's not really doing anything. It is affecting the aggregation, but it's not adding much because we already have the city, which is unique for our aggregation. We could even put store ID into here. It won't do anything new because there's no two cities with the same name in our data set. That's why store ID and a new expansion don't really change the aggregation, but they are now being taken into account. But how do we now use this new expansion in order to quickly identify the new 10 stores? Well, if you click drop down here and you select show highlighter, not show filter, but show highlighter, then a highlighter will appear here. So I'm actually going to move it over here. And what I can do now is I can just select, if I click here, you can either type it up, or because we only have 2 categories here, it's very simple. You can just select new. As you can see, it highlights those, or you can select old. It highlights all the old cities. And you can actually just click, and that way you've highlighted all of the new cities. Very easy like that. So there you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 cities we've highlighted. Very easy and very non-intrusive. So it's not actually using up any of our other features on the visualization like color or shape or size. We're not using them. We just want to subtly highlight something and then just drag it into detail and then use the highlighter option. Very powerful tool for data exploration. So you can very quickly identify those objects that you want to pinpoint. So there you go. Hopefully this will be another new tool in your arsenal when you're working with Tableau. And I can't wait to see you in the next tutorial where we will dive more into the analysis and understand what's the difference between these cities and what kind of trends are going on there. Can't wait to see you there. Until next time, happy analyzing.